How you doing? I want to welcome you all to my new channel. It's called Check It Out. What are we checking out today? Today we're going to check out the new Bow Supersonic. This here is made by FMA Engineering. It's a pretty solid piece. I'm liking it. I'm going to tell you what it comes with and what it does not come with. Okay, so to start this off, when I first got this, I noticed, and even before I bought it, I knew it only had a rail. This is the rail that it came with. It's just a rail, no sights, nothing, no optics, nothing. You'll be like Daryl from The Walking Dead with that thing, no sights. Good luck. Anyway, what I did was I took off the original rail, I put on my own rail, and I put on my own sights, fiber optics, of course, and I did not use the pistol grip that comes with it. I didn't like it. I thought it moved around too much. It's not my thing. Plus, it's long. If I did keep it on, I'd tighten it, and probably super glue it and everything. Also, I would cut it down, saw it off a little bit. It's just a little too long. I understand the concept to fold it up, makes it easy for transport, all good. But I wanted something more solid. So, I put a short rail on the front here, and then I mounted a little stubby pistol grip. I think it looks cool. And I had a choice between this one and this one, another stubby. But I noticed that the pebbly surface on this grip pretty much matches pebbly surface on the pistol grip here. So I went with that. Looks good, totally solid, nothing shakes, nothing moves. It's all good. Something you need to know about this this bow is when you first get it, obviously it's even the pistol grip is off. Everything's off. So you got to put your pistol grip easy. It's just 3 screws. You got one here, one here. You got one here. It's nothing. Simple. What I do like about that is because it had no grips on it, it shows you how you can just throw it in a backpack, or if you got a little bug out bag, or whatever you're into, you could just put it in a small bag and it's there. 30 arrows, you're good to go. So this is what we got right now. I'm going to test it out in a little while. You need to know also this little flathead screw there, because it's like an odd one out compared to these nice neat cap head screws. What I did was I took this one out. I put another screw in there with a cap head, but it was too long and it was messing up the track. It was stopping the movement to arm your bow from the inside, because you can't see, but there's a track in there. So if you do change this screw to a cap head to make it look neater, like them ones, make sure it's the same length on the inside. Make sure that the screw length is nice and short, same size as this, and then you can put it on. What the actual intention of this screw is there, I don't know. Maybe aftermarket parts, I don't know. For the time being, it's going to stay there, and that's that. So that's it for that. Now I want to show you another thing. Because this thing came with no sights, I said, okay, I put the open sights as primaries, and also have a holographic sight. But I haven't sighted it in yet. But I just want to show you how nice it fits into my little setup here. Fits perfect. Now you just gotta tighten it up. perfect. I could tighten it up more, but I'm just basically putting it on there just so you see how it looks. So you still got your regular sights, open sights, tangent sights, whatever you want to call them. And now with this, once you sight this in, this could be your primary. And if it ever breaks or the batteries die, whatever, take it off. You still got your fiber optic open sights, which is, that's like gold. I mean, you don't want to be like somewhere with a bow with no sights and you need to, maybe you're hunting or whatever you're doing. I mean, everybody's going to have a different purpose for their bow. Bow like this, I gotta say, I like the size of it. When you compare it, this is an old school pistol crossbow that I modified, years ago. That must have been about at least 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. And what I did was, I think it was an old Cobra. What I did was I took a piece of steel, cut it over here, cut ground, measured it out where I could put a couple of bolts, put a couple of holes in there, put these bolts, they go right through, clean through. And as you can see, it ain't beautiful, but it is solid. And you got the stubby front grip there, 2 rails. I could still put a flashlight here, or I could put a laser sight, whatever. I mean, you know, depends on how tactical you want to get. Bottom line though, I got fiber optic sights and rails. That seems to be a thing with me. I got a thing for fiber optic sights and rails. I know, my girl tells me all the time. So, it is what it is. And years ago, about, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I even took this, we'll save this for another time, but just real quick, I took a SMK CP1M 22 caliber air pistol that looked like, came with a wooden handle. It looked like something like between a cowboy gun and something like from the 1800s, whatever. Anyway, I totally, I made all new pieces for it that fit on there. I put new rails, more fiber optics. Yeah, I know. Might have to have an intervention on the fiber optics. But anyway, look at that, and look at that. Huh? It's like the same recipe I used. So, this works good on here. It should work good on here. Works good on everything I put on, seems to be. So what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to give a little test fire. I just wanted to tell you something also. Before I bought it, when I was looking at pictures of this bow on the internet, I was thinking, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Take a piece of aluminum, fit it to here, to the top piece, cut it to about 8 inches, whatever. Now, with 3 sides, that would have given me more options. In other words, I could put my rails on top for fiber optics, for whatever, scopes, hole sights, whatever. Then, on the sides, I could put another rail here, one for flashlight, one for laser. So, I mean, you could, like, if you want to, you could really step this thing up, take it to the next level. I mean, you could have like a little Tommy tactical crossbow over here, you know, whatever, all the bells and whistles. It's up to you. I mean, it depends on what you're doing with it. Anyway, for me, right now, I just got this a few days ago. New toy, solid. I'm happy with it. So, if you want, I'm going to just show you a couple things, then we'll take a couple shots. Just so you know, these are the arrows that come with it. You get 3. These are supposed to be the hard-hitting ones. I haven't tried it yet, but we're going to try it now. And if you notice, the back is flat. And I don't know, I'm thinking, sure they had a reason for that. Maybe because it's heavier and it's able to just throw it out with no problem without the arrow flipping. So, that's that one. These are the standard ones that you can buy for the bow. These have like a little notch, like a little half moon notch on the inside. And that obviously the string is going to grip that a lot better. But this is noticeably lighter than this one. All the weight on this one's in the head, right in the tip. So that's that. This is an arrow for different crossbows. It's a lot thicker, as you can see. You can see the difference easily. Now, this here is for the R9, I think it's called. It's a lever action crossbow I got a few years ago, and it's pretty cool. It's hard, but it's also got the wide limbs like this. What's good about that bow, those limbs come right out, and you could just, you could travel with it, all together, all slimline, all of that. I think they're coming out with a new one that's compound limbs, but I haven't had a chance to look at one yet. Anyway, that's the arrows. Now these arrows, these are the arrows for this crossbow. Now this is standard, I think they're like 6-inch or 6.5-inch standard pistol crossbow arrows, and I tell you what, they look very similar size to these for the Expo. I mean, without actually measuring it, it's hard to tell. This one looks just a little bit thicker on the outside diameter. Could be wrong, but it looks that way. The old dies ain't what they used to be. All right, so that's that. Yeah, about over a year ago. Well, just when the China virus first hit, and they were talking about it on the news before it even got out of Wuhan and spread to the world. I was watching the news. I'm thinking, whoa, this potential bad situation. Could be anything, riots, end of civilization, whatever. So I took a bunch of these standard arrows, unscrewed the tips, took some steel rods, ground them down, inserted them in there. They're pretty good. They hit hard. Not good for long range, but for close range, get some good penetration out of there. I would love to know if I could use these standard crossbow pistol arrows in the new X-Bow. Only thing stopping me from trying it is that because if they're too short or too light and they just don't fit the exacting standards, I don't want the arrow to just flip up in the air and then you get a dry fire with the crossbow. You could definitely ruin everything. You break the strings, everything, the limbs, everything. So I'm going to leave that alone for the moment. Maybe in the future we'll do something. But for now, let's go test this out. Give it a shot. Okay, so let's try this out. We're gonna go for this target here. I got 4 TV squares, and I'm gonna go for the left one first. If I could gotta have these. These are my TV and shooting glasses. So let's try out first the standard arrow. I'm gonna go for the bottom left hand square TV right above the SIG insignia. Okay, got that cocked back. Okay, so just so you know, before you pull this back to cock the crossbow, make sure your safety is off, Now that I pulled it back and it's armed, the safety is on. So now you just push this forward with your finger. Boom. Now this thing here, it's ready to rock and roll. You ready to do this? Let's do it. It's only about 12, 15 feet away. I just basically want to test it out. Not doing any long range shooting today. We're indoors, obviously. So, wish me luck. Bottom left, square. Pretty damn close, I gotta say. Now, let's try the heavy hitting arrow. Okay, now you know the drill. It's loaded. Now, safety off. Now I'm gonna go for the right hand TV square on the bottom right hand. Didn't hit it, but it was damn close. Let's go check it out. Okay, as you can see, this is the standard one, and it went in. Wow, it went in pretty deep. Over an inch. It's not bad. Look how close. Not bad. I mean, hey, I'm sure it ain't the bow. I'm sure it's my eyes. Now let's see this is the heavy hitting one. Let's see how it goes. Wow. I was deeper than the other one. This is a good inch and a half deep. Not bad. Not an exact bullseye, but you know what? I know my sights are working. The gun's crossbow pistol is working. It's all good. I got a few things I gotta say. In future, I'm gonna be doing some shows on some T4E. Alright, that's training for engagement. They make pistols, revolvers. They're coming out with a shotgun. They're making some nice stuff. Very impressed with their stuff. I have to say, if you're into T4E and you like to get aftermarket parts and different projectiles, check out these two companies. One is called Tech23.de. Also, Ram Shop 24. Excellent. Two good companies, very innovative, good products, good service, everything. Just because of this Brexit thing, make sure that whatever you're ordering from them, you contact the company first, ask them if they had any problems sending anything over on any products at all since this Brexit, because you don't want to lose things, pay for something, and then you don't get it, or there's a problem with customs. Who needs it, right? Anyway, that's that. In future, also, the same company, Tech23, is going to be coming out with a multi-shot magazine for this Bow Supersonic. Can't wait for that. We'll be testing that out. So, here's what I got to say. Hope you enjoyed the show. I got a lot of good ideas, a lot of things I want to do. All comes down to budget and other things. So, what I got to say now is take care, stay safe. I'll catch you next time.